can't really see Teddy.
So, yes, I can. Teddy's right there. That's Danielle and Dan. These are going to be my audience members for my speech. Thank you. If your child had a disease that caused him or her to have hundreds of seizures a day, and there was a medicine that could reduce that amount by up to 88%, but it was illegal, what would you do? I know I would take that risk in a heartbeat for my future child, if it came down to it. In the following few minutes, I'll be going over some of the reasons why to legalize, as well as some of the states that have already legalized it and the benefits they have received. And finally, I'll be going over some of the misconceptions of marijuana. Marijuana has been proven to help many diseases, such as ALS, Alzheimer's, chronic pain, diabetes, epilepsy, cancer, HIV, Huntington's disease, multiple sclerosis, sleep apnea, along with many others. In a report from Sandra Young of CNN, a young girl named Charlotte Fuji had her first seizure at 3 months. By the time she was 5, she was up to 300 seizures a week. The family was out of options to try to help these seizures, and this is when the mother decided to try medical marijuana. She went to the pharmacy and got the marijuana and then had it processed down into cannabis oil. Now, with only taking 2 doses of cannabis oil a day, she's down to virtually no seizures. Legalizing all marijuana, not just medical, has benefits. One of the reasons is it would lower the amount of people in jail and the cost of it. Roughly 750,000 people a year are arrested on medical charges, most of them for simple possession. The states spend an estimated $3.6 billion enforcing these laws. In 2000 alone, reported the ACLU. Another reason is the revenue it can bring states. In Colorado, the first month of legalizing marijuana, sales yielded $3.5 million in taxes and fees. For the first month, customers spent an estimated $14 million on purchases of marijuana and cannabis-infused goods at states' licensed facilities. Now I'm going to move on to some of the misconceptions. Quote from Greg Campbell, author of Pot Inc. "There is no plant in the history of human existence with more checkered reputation as cannabis. It's either a heaven-sent cure for all that ails us, or a source, or it's a scourge on society on par with Black Death." One of the major misconceptions of marijuana is that it's addictive. In 1994, doctors Jack Henningfield of the National Institute of Drug Abuse and Neil Bendwick of the University of California at San Francisco ranked marijuana the lowest in the categories of dependence, withdrawal, and tolerance when it was compared to alcohol, nicotine, cocaine, heroin, and caffeine. I'm sure you've all heard the marijuana is the gateway drug. This is another big misconception. They tell you if you do marijuana, you're more likely to do hard drugs like heroin and cocaine. This is in fact not true. In 2008, 15.2 million Americans admitted to using marijuana in the past month, when only 1.9 million had admitted to using cocaine. Now compare that to, in 2010, marijuana use went up to 17.4 million, but cocaine use had gone down to 1.5 million. If marijuana was really a gateway drug, you would expect the numbers to stay on par with the increase in marijuana use, but it didn't. The final thing I want to go over for misconceptions is that the rate of use among young people will go up if it's legalized. This is also not true. According to a study out of Rhode Island, youth in that state, which has the medical marijuana, Act passed, compared to Massachusetts, which does not. They found no difference in the use of rate. This study was conducted by Dr. Mitch Earleywine of the University of Albania. In conclusion, there's many reasons to legalize medical marijuana, if not all marijuana in general, ranging from lowering prison population to be able to tax the industry for economic reasons, as well as the medical. I hope that the information I've given you has given you some insight to the situation, helps you decide which side of the fence you want to be on this topic. Thank you.